If you ask a boss or a HR department, what is the cause of a wrong hiring, many of them cannot answer this question because they don't really calculate it or quantify it or bother about it. But the highest cause in the company is actually wrong hiring if you really go deep thinking into it. Number one, in Malaysia, the minimum wages is 400 US dollar, around that. Okay, in if it is engineer or executive levels, it could be 1,000 US dollar. If it is manager level, it could be more than five or tens of thousands. All right, so that cost is monetary cost. Is very easy to quantify. That's why the higher position you recruit, the more empathy, okay, and they will put into it. But for the lower rank people, they normally don't bother. Okay, you come, you can do, you continue, you cannot, never mind, we fire and redo the hiring and recruitment process again. This is quite a norm. That's why actually, if you don't calculate your wrong hiring cost, it's going to cost you a lot of money. Okay, why? Because it's not only money, it also costs time and efforts of who? Of the HR department to actually redo the whole hiring process again and again and again and again. All right, and 2-3 months probation periods. Is there a cost for time? Yes, it's definitely a cost of time. And then the second cost is the cost of the time of the HR department. The third cost is the training cost. Okay, there's no employees that come in, you don't need to train them, they can work automatically. Okay, machine also need to have some fine tuning. AI also need to have some learning times, not to mention humans, you come in, you need to go through orientation, they need to familiar with the process, they need to be trained in certain professional expertise, because it's new company anyway. So the cost of the training, someone who monitoring the newcomers, someone who actually spend weeks or months to train the newcomer, that cost of trainings and trainer is also a hidden cost normally, which is very hard to quantify. But that is not it. The fourth cost, most important cost, is the cost of mistake that newcomers, the culprit, and I don't want to call it newcomer, the culprits make. He or she can make a mistakes and cost you thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, or even millions. Okay, because if you add a single digit or reduce a zero at the back of any figures, okay, it may cost a lot of money for the company. Okay, that opportunity cost is something nobody like to calculate, but it is very substantial if you have one wrong hiring. So can you answer me now? What is your cost of having one wrong hiring? Big companies, they understand this. Only small companies, they don't really look into it. That's why during interview, big companies normally conduct personality tests. They do this test so that they can know that candidate and the personality and the behavior and the mindset, whether it's suitable for the job, whether it's suitable for the role that they are hiring. In that case, they can reduce the possibility of wrong hiring because they can match the natural personality and talents. They already know the strengths and the weakness of the candidate before confirming him or her into the position. Of course, mistakes could be still made. It still could be a wrong hiring because of attitude problems or communication problems, whatnot. But overall, it reduces the chances of getting wrong candidates into the company. That's why big companies spend a lot of time and money to conduct the personality tests. They go through 1 round, 2 rounds, 3 rounds of interviews, especially the higher level ones, the more rounds there will be. Okay, just to reduce the possibility and the chances of wrong hiring, because they know the higher rank you recruit, okay, the cost of that wrong hiring is greater. Okay, if you want to practice what big companies have been practicing, personality tests, there are a few options. All right. Now, the first option, normally people do interview and observation. From observation, it is not easy to actually identify the true personality, the true colors of it, because the interview is so short, and normally the candidate will be able to act like he is very aggressive, he is very genuine, he is very passionate, he is good at learning, he is good at almost everything you wanted because you spell it in the job descriptions and the recruitment ads. But when it really come to work, so okay, maybe different story. Sorry, all right. And most commonly used personality test is actually questionnaires for MBTI, questionnaires for DISC, all right. And you submit, you ask them to do answer the 100 to 150 questions, and then you ask them submit in the system. The system will come to tell you, okay, this candidate is it's emotional, it's people oriented, it's practical, it's target oriented, it's good execution power, it's social skills is very good, or it's very pragmatic, or whatnot. All right, but then it costs money on every test and the results and analysis. Okay, so that's why small businesses don't even bother to do this test, because they want to save the money, but at the end of the day they actually lost more money because of the wrong hiring. Anyway, um if you are interested, I have a better way to do personality tests. That is through fingerprints. Fingerprints are some things that is born, we are born with it. It is created by God. It's actually an operation manual of God created us. Okay, it shows the way we behave, the way we actually think, the way we body act, the way we talk, the way we see things. Different fingers will reflect different uh, behaviors, and different, there are rules, there are loops, there are arch, okay, there are combinations of orders, shows different message and coding to a personality. If you are able to read all this coding like me, in seconds, you can identify what kind of true colors and personality that candidate or the people sitting in front of you will be. I use this a lot during my interview, and I share this a lot with my friends. Okay, and they always say, "Wow, George, how you get so good candidates? I mean, so good employees?" Because I know the minutes I see them, I do the personality test, I see their fingerprints, I know, okay, this candidate is good for what, this fella is good for what, and what position shall I put him in. I may be interviewing for A position, but when I see this fella is good for B position, I will take and put him in the B positions. And many of times my interview has become career consultations for those who come and see me, because I do very fast. I can see their resume, I know what they've done, I see the attitude a little bit, and I ask a few attitude questions. I share with you in the futures if you're interested, attitude questions. And I see their fingerprints, I know what kind of personality and behaviors they have. Then I know, okay, you are not good for this sales job. Okay, you are good for customer service job. You are not good for this job, and you are good for that job. So they're interested, they'll ask me. So normally my interview become career consultation, because people come the long way to come and see me, and I don't just want to see them 5 minutes and chase them away, say, sorry, I cannot offer you the job. I offer jobs on the spot, by the way. All right. And if that candidate, I seriously like him or her, I would have, because I've seen his or her considerations, all right, and motivation factor, I would be able to convince him or her to stay and work for my company with the wages that I want. Okay, of course, it's a good deal. Normally, the deal that they also think is good. Okay, because I already know what they are thinking, their considerations, by looking at their personality, their fingerprints. Okay, if you are interested to learn this, comment. Okay, say I want to learn, or follow my channel, subscribe my channel. give me some motivation, please. Give some likes, leave me some comments. If you have questions, you can always ask me. I try to answer you, okay, for free. All right, this is my personality, the strength of my personality, an emotional one. Always like to share good ideas and good things with people. I'll do more of these sharings in my future videos. Please remember to subscribe, follow, and like and share these videos. If you have someone in HR profession are doing HR, human resource, someone who are doing their businesses, small bosses, someone who are actually team leaders like in sales, whether they are in direct sales, financial segments where they are leading small teams, they always need to communicate effectively with their internal team member. They always need to communicate and integrate with customers on daily basis. Okay, this knowledge is very, very, very useful. Trust me. All right, follow me, learn from me, and let's learn and grow together.